Your analytical mind is what separates your conscious mind from your subconscious mind, okay? Our conscious mind is the part of our brain that looks for logic, that looks to analyze things, that questions things. And a subconscious mind is where your beliefs are stored, where your emotional experiences are stored, and where your memories are stored. You can reach your subconscious mind only when that chatter can be shut down. Because in our day to day life, we are operating through our conscious mind, okay? And there's a lot of chatter going on, continuously questioning things, continuously thinking about the next thing we need to get done on the list for the day, continuously trying to analyze things, overthink things. And this is also, again, that big part that really hampers or interferes in your manifestation process. All the questioning you're doing around manifestation, you can just pick up any of the comment section, even in my videos. You will at least see one person asking, is this possible? How can this be done? No, this cannot be done. All this overthinking and questioning is your conscious mind. We are not trying to do anything with our conscious mind in this process of transforming ourselves. We need to reach our subconscious mind, and that is why SATS is recommended a lot. Why is SATS recommended? What is SATS? It's called as a technique in the manifestation community, state akin to sleep, where you are half asleep, half awake. It can happen when you're going to bed at night, and it also happens when you're waking up in the morning. What other times it can take place? If during the day you're meditating, meditation also brings you into the same state. When you are in that mode, that chatter has gone down, your mind has relaxed, the conscious mind is now quiet, and your subconscious mind is wide open. And that's why we say whenever you are in SATS mode, it's a really, really powerful time to impress your subconscious mind with your new story, your new identity, your new beliefs, your new thoughts, everything. If you can really stick to a routine and practice SATS thrice a day, don't practice any other technique apart from definitely keeping a tab on the mental chatter you have during the remaining day and not indulging in any kind of unfavorable thoughts, right? If you can just pick up SATS, do it before you completely wake up. Okay, set your alarm half an hour early. Use that half an hour to visualize your new story and identity. Do it at night while you're falling asleep. It's not causing any disturbance during your day. Okay, it's not interfering in any of the tasks you need to do during the day. And also, it will cause less resistance because during the day when you're doing techniques, your conscious mind is awake. So that constant resistance of questioning, asking, telling you it's not possible will be a lot compared to when you are in SATS mode. And during the day, do it as a form of meditation. If you do SATS thrice a day, this is a really good routine I'm giving you. You will see changes within 1 to 2 weeks. Okay, within 15 to 20 days, you will see changes. I'm not saying your desire will be standing outside your door. Okay, I'm not saying you will get that phone call with that opportunity within 15 days, though it can happen. What I'm telling you is the change you will experience in your body, in your mind, your belief, the thoughts that are generating, the possibility and hope that is now in your mind. And that change, when it starts, that's a clear sign that your transformation has begun. Now stick to it even further, and yes, soon that desire will be at your doorstep. This also includes another part that we talk about a lot, regulating your nervous system, which again means relaxing your mind, okay, relaxing your nervous system, not getting worked up because of the emotions and feelings that are coming in, either due to worries, fears, due to how your circumstances are right now. Only when your mind is relaxed, it can actually get into that mode where you can impress it with some kind of new story. But if it's always in this state of worries and doubts and questioning, and there's a lot of chatter, lot of chaos, there's no relaxation, you're always freaking out, it will be really difficult to kind of start that process of transforming yourself. So taking care of your emotions, dealing with them, and when required, regulating your nervous system, relaxing your nervous system, either by breath work, by guided meditation, or just by sitting in silence, all of these ways work. Your mind is truly, truly unlimited. The possibilities are endless. Your mind, I cannot even explain what a powerful tool it is. Either it can make you or it can break you. What can I do to change myself in order to receive the full result? This one question, if you start asking yourself this one question, instead of victimizing yourself, loathing yourself, demeaning yourself when you don't see the results yet. Okay, there's always this word yet. You haven't seen the results yet in your 3D reality. This is the time, this is the main point in your transformation journey where if you practice patience and positivity, not toxic positivity, compassionate positivity, hopefulness, taking responsibility to actually understand and look within and try to figure out what is pending right now, what more can I do in order to achieve the full result. They gave the example of a person who was trying to heal their health, right? And they had started feeling changes in their body. It's just that up until now in their 3D reality, the same kind of result was not showing in their report. Instead of that report making them stop, instead of that report bringing them down, making them feel low, making them question, this does not work at all, I'm wasting my time. Healing is fake, manifestation is fake, they're just trying to make a fool out of us. That person is actually asking, what more can I do to bridge that gap? Because I have started feeling something. This bridge includes 3 points. You, okay? The work that is there in between, and then the result. So bridging the gap, what can I do to bridge that gap? Learning how to ask yourself these questions instead of just whenever you get the chance, getting into the victim mode will actually help you manifest what you're trying to get into your reality. And what is the solution here that he's talking about? Now you would be able to understand what I have been repeating a lot in my videos since day one, not recently. What have I been telling you? That it does not matter if you don't want to do techniques. It does not matter. You can stop doing your techniques tomorrow. The biggest part of your day, your waking hours, 10, 12, 15 hours of the day, when you're having things playing in your mind, the mental chatter, if you're just able to take care of that mental chatter, you don't have to do techniques. You don't have to meditate. You don't have to get into the SATS mode to impress your mind with new beliefs. Because 3 hours of techniques, 2 hours of techniques versus 15 hours of unfavorable mental chatter, this is always going to be dominant. So it does not matter if you do 3 hours of techniques, even 5 hours of techniques. How are those 5 hours going to compete with those 15 hours? Think about this. It's a very logical explanation. I made a very recent video on this, I think in Jan or Feb, that talks about manifesting without using techniques. Let me teach you how to manifest without using techniques is the name of the video. You can check it out on my channel. So this is the same solution that is being spoken in this video. If you do 1 hour of meditation where you are really able to connect with that identity of yours, with that person in your future who has what you desire, who has that life, that environment, those relationships that you desire, and you're really able to feel it during that 1 hour, you're really able to change your state, which is really amazing. But you default to your previous programming during your remaining 10-15 hours, okay, your waking hours. Then guess what? This is not going to get dominant. Yes, you will feel good when you're doing the techniques, but if you don't take care of your mental chatter for the remaining 15 hours, and whenever unfavorable thoughts or inner conversations are coming up, you stop it right there and then. Does not matter if you want to redirect it. Sometimes people find that really exhausting. Don't redirect it, but stop it there. Say a firm no.